Alright guys, we're here with that hotly anticipated replay that Pac-Man wanted for us to share that we recently did. Really good game, really good actually. It's the good part about it is that you never know who's going to win. It really, throughout the whole game, you're kind of like, okay, well, I'm not sure who's ahead. It could be any man's game. A lot of action, a lot of team battles and stuff. Now, the beginning here, I regretted this quite a bit later on. I wanted to trade with Reaper Man. I didn't want him to feed off Arcane. He was Dark Fact. Cyclo was Arcane, so I traded. But it kind of put me behind as far as timing goes. So let's go over the lanes here. In the left side, you've got Reaper Man with Dark Fact. Artemis Random's Blade Hunter, I swear, we have kind of a joke that Artemis Random is the most ridiculous things. In the middle here, you've got Pac-Man with Zava, Matt with Abel, and then myself with Blade Hunter, and Cyclo with Arcane. So I did manage to steal one of Cyclo's boxes. I kind of messed up the beginning, so I'm a little bit disadvantaged since he can still get that level from the Marines. The middle here we've got Zava and Matt. Matt, kind of a really good upcoming player. Main's Abel, really good, really team oriented. Don't see a lot of too many people that are support focused in North America, and he's definitely one of them. So really good player. Right here, I've taken so much harass that it's just like I'm trying to get that level, almost there. And what I do is I get it just in time. Charge cancel away. I'm really risky. Call it greed, call it risk, whatever you want. I just try to go for it. Pac-Man doing a really good job splitting. Actually, both Pac-Man and Matt have really good splits in this one. Zava is a really deadly hero to be in the middle. But over team perspective, I honestly would rather have Abel in the middle, just because of that chaos beam and just the blinking and all this stuff. It's really helpful for a team environment. Now I'm having a hard time here against Cyclo. He's doing a good job of pushing that lane and harassing me. It's just very frustrating. Pac-Man, again, that good split there, but the problem with Abel is that the Jade Ball or Light Bead or whatever it's called, looks like Artemis here getting away with barely under 30 HP. Charge cancels away, but back to that whole thing about Abel in the middle. Splitting is okay, but the Light Bead, it just hits everything. It's just, you really can't split against that. I'm kind of being risky here. I wanted to see if he was going to stay or go, so I could clean up that lane, get an extra Marine respawn. So I go back. Nobody's got any potions yet. Everybody kind of. Matt's got a mana card. Pac-Man just saving his gas. Now, Pac-Man is pretty low. Staying in the lane. I know he's going to try to get some of that, but Matt does have a mana card, so he can. Right here, I'm kind of trying to. We both have a mana pot. Trying to bait him. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have given him superiority in the lane there. I did make him waste his pot. I shouldn't have given him vision on the cliff, though. See, now I'm trying to be greedy. I should have just taken my victory and ran. But I waste my pot there. I do it early. Now Cyclo still got a mana card on, so I kind of messed that up. That was my mistake. I would have won that battle if I had caught him right, but Artemis going mode, I didn't expect that, but he ends up really being a beast late game. Artem, as you can see, just takes everything. I swear, you know, every Reaper Man just says GG after his tank gets stolen. Reaper Man is really funny. He just cracks me up sometimes. Pac-Man getting his tanks. I haven't had the chance to really do much with mine. Blade Hunter, you know, without mode it's a little bit slower farming the tanks. Now with Arcane, you know, this would normally be a better matchup, but I made another mistake. I don't know what I was trying to do there, to be honest. Normally you're trying to bait Arcane Z skill and then use your potion, and I think that's what I was trying to do, but I didn't do it very successfully. Arcane, if you get the range upgrade, which Cyclo did, he did the right build, you can actually farm both tanks between the auto attack and the Great Eruption, or the X skill. Arcane is a great hero. Good early game momentum, really good harass, a lot of great farming. Looks like I just killed Cyclo. That was a good kill too. Trying to take his tanks, and you know, I'm still pretty behind at this point, where I was, you know, normally would be, but I'm getting a little bit better momentum after that early game, especially the first two mistakes I made. Pac-Man doing a good job with his lane. Like I said, Zava's really strong. Reaper Man here, Judgment is just ridiculous. And Artemis doing a great job of dodging there. Cyclo evading that pot, but Pac-Man still gets him. Judgment is just, I mean, especially versus melee, I mean, you can still win it, but it is definitely something very difficult to deal with if you're not good with evading and kind of baiting and stuff like that. At this point, you know, we're all kind of, Pac-Man is level 9, Artemis level 9, me and Reaper Man are level 7. Matt kind of jumping in there, able to assist Artemis, and then he gets away, but Pac-Man follows him. Pac-Man's going to try to get Artemis here. Artemis charge cancels away really nicely. Nicely done. I think I made Cyclo waste a potion there. I just missed Artemis. Wasn't watching the map there to see where he was going. I charge cancel, get away. Kind of like everyone's back to farming. Pac-Man pushing his lane pretty well. Doing some good denial, but you know, Matt gets there in time to farm everything. Meanwhile, my stuff's getting totally denied. Now at this point, I'm like 2 levels behind. You know, Cyclo's almost level 10. I'm almost level 8. You know, it's pretty painful to deal with at this point. Artemis, meanwhile, is just taking everything as usual. Now, the tanks did just respawn, the 11:44 mark, so you know, the next few kills are going to be pretty crucial in controlling the lane. Artemis, of course, already took everything in his, so Reaper Man trying to get that judgment off. Artemis almost gets away, but thanks to the ridiculous range, I try to kill Cyclo again and just die. Yeah, I was pretty mad right now. I was so BM. Everyone's trolling Cyclo these days. Now, Pac-Man says, you know, that we're, you know, don't quit. You know, both of us are winning our lanes. But really, I mean, I don't think that's the case. Cyclo really kind of taking advantage of my lane while I'm down. Artemis is gonna camp. Good thing he had a health potion, otherwise he would have died. Matt, you know, jumping in just in case. And I missed another kill on Cyclo. But I'm still behind though, you know, overall I'm still behind. Pac-Man's doing really well. You know, Artemis is actually a level lower than Pac-Man, so this is good. Matt, he still doesn't have shields. Pac-Man blinking in and has a really sweet kill. It's a very good job on Pac-Man. Zava, I mean, it's just very difficult. You have to land a lot of skills in specific places, but you can be very powerful. We're trying to team up on Cyclo here. I didn't want to deal with a spam, the ult spam or the V, so I just run away. Pac-Man following him, and it looks like he does get a kill. Kind of a silly kill, you know, just some auto attack, and looks like someone's inviting me to a party. I can't right now, but guess I'm just so popular, you know. Artemis jumping right for it, but he jumped 2 pots right there to try to kill him. Health pot and a mana pot. Cyclo's here. I'm going to try to take... I notice he's not on the tower, so I'm just going to make my way over there. I do kill him. In the meantime, there was something going on. Matt almost gets Pac-Man, but was a little bit too far when he started the kill. Pac-Man piling on the shields. You know, Matt, it's probably one thing you should have, you know, probably done better is get more shields. But then again, you know, Pac-Man has had a lot of more income. 2-on-1 here, you know, Artemis is jumping all around. And really nice team play there by Matt. Just a ridiculous amount of spamming and jumping around. I die, of course. This is a really bad early game for me. But really good job by Matt. You know, he just jumped in right at the right time. Managed to help take both of them out right there. Still needs to get some shields though. I mean, he's got quite a bit of cash. Cyclo as well, you know, especially for how well he's dominating his lane. He really hasn't gotten any shields, which is important. I finally got my first set here. Reaper Man as well, that's something he could work on. Now we're going to try and kill Cyclo. We both end up dying. Pac-Man trying to protect Reaper Man here. Artemis knows that it's not a good idea, but he's going to try to come back. That's kind of a neat little trick that we do with melee. You know, we run away, but then charge back just in case they come and get the tower. Now, so far, we've only got one turret down. It's about the 20-minute mark. Probably should have done a little better pushing in the middle. But it's alright. Pac-Man being cautious there. You know, you never know with Artemis. He just seems to get the 2-for-1 deal at the shop with potions, so he's always carrying about 20. There's, you know, Team 2 is kind of hogging the middle here. Pac-Man, really nice blink there. Getting away and then managing to also kill the person in the process. I get there. I'm baiting his Z there. And I know that I can kill him, but then Artemis Gets there in time, and then Reaper Man kind of coming at the last moment, using his judgment, and bam! He's the only one alive now. It's just so funny. I don't know, Dark Fact and Soul Hunter just look really funny to me for some reason. You know, just like Soul Hunter, and when they attack, their feet fling in the air and stuff. It's kind of cartoonish in a way. So all of us died. Pretty epic battle. At this point, you know, I'm starting to come back in levels. Cyclo, he's actually a level lower than me at this point. No, never mind. I was looking at Pac-Man. He's a little level higher. But nevertheless, you know, considering my early game, we're pretty good. I'm trying to fake him out a lot, charge cancels, but I kill him there. Matt comes just in time. We're both like, you know, really one more hit and we both would have died. So got away just in time. Artemis already down with his bunker. Just now he's like the highest level, I think. Let's see, Pac-Man. Yeah, he's a level higher than Pac-Man. Now we're trying to focus a little more middle. You know, I think Pac-Man's going to start pushing my stuff here. Pushing my stuff doesn't sound very nice. Cyclo, I'm kind of torn here. I'm not sure, you know, I would like some support just because, you know, he's still pretty formidable at this point. You know, we're trying to get Cyclo here and trying to intercept him. You can see Matt is coming over. He gets, I waste my pot, but I know I can kill him if I just follow. And now I'm going to follow Cyclo. I know that I can get him. I'm just going to try to go to the bottom. Thankfully I have enough regeneration to where I can get him with the blazing. Great skill in those kind of close battles. Now at this point, that was kind of a turning point, I think, in this game. Is just sort of at this point in time, for me at least, you know, it was kind of getting back on the saddle. Pac-Man telling me to take some of his buildings, but you know, that's kind of useless when they're still full health. Artemis, you know, getting taken out. Matt, you know, I gotta hand it to him. He really watches the map. Very aware player. I could never play the middle. I hate supporting. But he's very good at that. Very good player. Cyclo also, you know, Arcane, very dangerous. But at this point, you know, I can kind of dance around him better and absorb some of his initial harassment. Reaper Man, you know, still doesn't have any shields. Just a guy in a robe walking around. Not the best idea. Now Artemis is like a shark, you know, with blood, and the tanks are full of blood. If he sniffs anything that's there, he's gonna eat it. And he just ate Reaper Man. Matt, you can see, is kind of hanging out, waiting for any opportunity to do that Chaos Beam, which is just ridiculous. I mean, it has so many. I was talking to KRK the other day, you know, we're talking about how maybe a little bit imbalanced it is. You know, it's got a lot of different features for the team as well as for against your enemies, and it's got a little bit too many. You know, trying to control middle a little bit. You know, I don't know what I was doing here. I was just kind of made a lot of kills in this game where I was just doing really silly stuff. Zava kind of, you know, Artemis trying to do some mind games here, but Pac-Man probably should have taken that higher tower there a little earlier, but he still got away. Zava, you know, like I said, very good player with Pac-Man there, but Zava's very formidable. Very strong, slow, really high burst damage if you hit it right. Abel is just many ways a nightmare for melee, unless you're Lure Salant, but even then, Lure just sucks so hard it's not even funny. This, you know, I don't really want to approach Artemis face on. I tried to get around him to cast Final Blow, but you know, it didn't really happen. I just died. It just, you know, especially with the attack card that Artemis is getting, you know, it's just really, you can't really approach that. Even a few hits and you die. Very nice by Pac-Man. Good shot. He's kind of helping Reaper Man, you know, take the bunker so you can level. Reaper Man finally gets some shields. At this point, we're actually ahead in buildings. Like I said, we kind of made a comeback around that 20-minute mark. Trying to control middle. Pac-Man sees Artemis there. I'm going to try to help him. And Matt just, again, really good Chaos Beam. We all die there. But at least Artemis dies, so that counts as 2. Artemis is so funny. He's got some of the, you know, just some of the stuff he says is just, with his English and stuff, you know, it's just really funny. But he's getting better at it. I always joke that he's like a really advanced AI program, you know, like Artemis, you know, battle training robot. And you can tell him to activate, kind of like the holodeck on Star Trek. You know, like Artemis, you know, activate, you know, Blade Hunter level 50 advanced program, etc., etc. Matt always there, you know, if he wasn't there it would have just been a lot easier, but very aware player. You see at this point, sort of the momentum that Arcane had in the beginning was gone. Blade Hunter in mode, you can see he's got an attack card. Doing about 830 damage right now per shot, every 0.5 seconds. So that means like 1600 damage a second, which is, you know, it's kind of an absurd number. You just hang around it just for a few seconds and you're dead. Really nice judgment. You know, that's one of those things, especially late game, you really have to pace yourself with it. So now we're even for buildings. Matt doing that Chaos Beam. That tower is a really strong place for Abel. That bottom, those bottom towers. Any tower really is a strong place for Abel. Just because of the range on everything. But Reaper Man, you know, he's trying to push. I was trying to really encourage him to push more, especially his Dark Fact. You know, to clump the colonel together and kind of when to push and so on and so forth. At this point, you know, good thing I bought a warp. Cyclo really taking that advantage of all of us over there to push as well. But warp, you know, I probably should have bought that earlier. At this point, I think everyone has a warp. That's good. Trying to kill those Marines because I don't want to deal with losing vision even just for a second because of charge canceling. Pac-Man, you know, really doing a good job there. Zava's very strong. Reaper Man little bit too slow there. Probably should have bought a speed card. Great asset, speed card. Whether you can charge cancel or not. Pac-Man looked like he just died, but as you can see, he did take out all of the left side tier 2. Artemis now is just going to swallow everything as usual. I'm going to try to kill him, but he probably has, you know, a million health. Oh, he just, you know, teleported out. I don't know what Pac-Man would say nice to exactly here. I'm trying to see if Matt's going to teleport. You know, baiting teleport is a silly idea, but and I die. Many heroes, especially as Melee or Blade Hunter or whatever, there's a lot of baiting involved. And with Abel is just ridiculous. Pac-Man, terrible blink there. Cost him a life there. This is really bad because we're all dead now, and they're going to equalize the advantage here that we had before with pushing. I take care of Artemis. I'm just going to run away because... Ugh, and I get away right. I don't get away. They kill me right at the heal station. Reaverman outnumbered, but Pac-Man comes to the rescue. Really nice kill by Pac-Man there. Cyclo taking advantage of that speed card. Good job for him. Reaperman, he's got a potion, so that's good. Oh man, I really don't know why. He just makes me laugh. It's not in a bad way, not like, you know, haha, he makes me laugh, but it's just funny. I don't know why. It's kind of a goofy hero, dark fact, you know. Pac-Man with a magic card. Really nice kill. You know, very good job with Pac-Man. Really kind of shines this game. Probably, you know, in my opinion, out of all games I've played with him, this is probably his best Zava play right here. He does a really good job. Again, I'm trying to avoid Artemis directly. Final blow versus mode, you really just, especially in this case because he's fed so much, really just try to slow him down, harass with Z, Storm, and then try to get him right at the right time. Matt, you know, doing the best he can, but I don't think he planned on Artemis dying that one. Artemis, like, wow. That's his word of the day, wow. Matt jumping in again, right at the right time. Pac-Man, you know, really positioned himself well. I really can't stop complimenting on that. That's really well done. It's good to see, you know, it's cool to see a difficult hero like Zava being played well. So at this point, you know, I've kind of gotten to the same levels as everyone else. Artemis, almost max level, 40 armor, just ridiculous. I mean, really just fed a lot. A lot of stuff going on here. This is kind of a precarious place because they're right next to the heal station. Matt throws out a Chaos Beam. Reaperman trying to get in there so he can throw his Judgment in. But in this case, he ends up being surrounded. Pac-Man coming in a little bit late. And Artemis just taking everything. So now Artemis is going to card. You know, he's going to go for that final push. Or I guess, you know, second to final push. That time I just tried to use final blow to get away. Got away just in time. A lot of stuff's going on here. Artemis doesn't want to waste his time because he did buy full cards, so... But he ends up dying. Judgment really nice. Cyclo goes down. Matt's the only one left alive. He's trying to make it to stop Pac-Man. I come in just in time. Try to help Pac-Man out. Get that general down so we can be a little more defensive. And we do take the general down. Time to go back. Defend a little bit. Pac-Man almost max level. Everyone else, you know, Pac-Man and Artemis about the same level here. Both pretty fed. Everyone else, you know, kind of the same. 23, 22, something like that. So this is, I mean, as you can tell, it's been a really, really heated game. Really close game. Really close. I mean, even right now, it could be really anyone's game. Even though we do have the general down and we have a dark fact, it still could be anyone's game, especially with mode push. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Cyclo getting right in there, but I do take him out. General still not down. Chaos Beam by Matt, really well done. Good thing Pac had a teleport there. That was good teamwork there with Mode and Chaos Beam. I'm just trying to lay back, more defensive role. I really can't do much against Mode, especially, you know, with cards and stuff. Well, he doesn't have cards now, but he does have 46 armor. It's a good little back and forth. Artemis heading back. Probably he's got 3,700 gas. He's gonna probably card up. Cyclo. He's kind of alone here. We're all ganging up on him. I kind of suspected he had a teleport ready. Reaper Man, he was sneaky. I don't know how he was sneaky, but maybe because he snuck in and did some damage or something. But yeah, back there I kind of suspect Cyclo had a teleport, so I wasn't going to use any potions. Matt getting away, luring us to Arcane. Arcane does his ultimate. I'm going to try to pick up some kills here while Judgment's on, but Pac-Man sneaking in with all the chaos going on. Trying to do some damage, but gets shut down pretty early. I'll kill Cyclo over there. Artemis, you know, pretty much full cards. 66 armor. Magic card, move card. But you see, you know, even with that, I mean, life goes down so fast. Judgment does ignore armor, so Artemis dropping like 1,000 pots just now. I'm not even going to bother approaching him. At this point, I'm just trying to delay, make him waste up his time and cards and stuff on me, but I do kill him. Sometimes, you know, it seems like Final Blow ignores armor, but I don't think it does, even though it's not written or anything. I zoomed out there. I saw Matt had a pot. Slow blink by him there. He probably missed his blink range, so he went slow. But I saw his mana bar fill up, and so I just hit my teleport. Pac-Man gonna take advantage now that everyone's kind of out of commission, and just blink dodging that final building attack. I'm just defending at this point. I got a skill card and a magic card. I could afford. I've been getting some kills at late game, and I could afford a few extra perks. Really nice beam by Matt. I'm not even going to bother with that. But I did kill him. At this point, I'm kind of judging the situation. When Artemis is confused as to why he died, he just puts a question mark. Yeah, I think I still like Final Blow better. It's nice. At this point, final building wise, we've got considerable advantage, especially with Dark Fact. I mean, it just, you leave him alone for a few seconds and it's just ridiculous. Reaperman trying to sneak in there, really just erasing a lot of the, and then he teleports out. I'm trying to get out. I charge cancel away. Pac-Man taking out the final building at the end when all that stuff was happening. Really good game. Pretty amazing stuff. So, hope you enjoyed.